Hello, Sagittarius. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead, my friends. Thank you so much for clicking here. If you are brand new and you've never been here before, welcome. I hope you'll let me know in the comments. We like to be in the comments around here a little bit. We're a little bit of a community by now. Thanks for doing that. I hope you will stay. I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you know when I'm uploading. Generally, today is Fire Day. It is usually Wednesday that I read for the fire signs, whether you are a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, or you are cross-watching. So if you are the person who is always here and always clicking and watching and being in the comments and all that stuff, thank you so much, my ride or dies. I appreciate you so much. We're going to go at it with the circle cards this week. Haven't used them in a while, and we've got the tea leaf oracle here, and then we have the coffee cup oracle by Amira. Let's find out what's going on for you, Sag. You are my fire family. I'm a Sag rising. Okay, look, love popped right out, Sag. What's going on? Tell me more about Sagittarius, please. For the week ahead, whenever you find this reading, Sag, it's always going to be for the week ahead, whether you find it today, tomorrow, or next year. It's always going to be for the week ahead. All right. One more, possibly. Okay, there it is. The bottom of the deck, we have the ring. It says, a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Very interesting. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a romance in love. Or marriage in love. It could be two people that are starting a business together. We have the hat. It says you will be playing a different role. So whether you end up being wifed up or husband up, or whether you end up being in a business, it feels like there is something that is coming in terms of change. So let's get a few of these here for you, Sag, and then we'll get to reading them here. We've got the peacock, the house. We've got one that's there we go. We'll take those three. Thank you so much. Bottom of the deck, we have the moose. It says acceptance and eccentric, right? When you're the moose, you stick out like a sore thumb. No matter where you are, if you are eccentric like the moose, or you are big and you walk into a room and take up that energy, I feel like people notice when you're around, Sag. You know, if there's a roar of laughter in the corner, usually in amongst all those people is either a Sagittarius or a Leo. Maybe Aries sometimes. So we have love. Right? So it could possibly be love that's coming at you here. It says time to act. So somebody here is time for you to act on love. We have the grasshopper. It says situation is in the balance that requires careful handling. So Sagittarius, it might be you. It feels like the situation that's hanging in the balance could be love, and it's asking you telling you that it's time to act. It's time to release the lion here. No more holding back. We have the chair. It says someone is leaving your life. So it feels like for someone that you are removing some energy from your life to invite some energy in. We've got the pin, a new job or a career. So someone is leaving your life. It could be a coworker. For some of you, there is a new job or a career that's coming up here. That could be the situation that is hanging in the balance. Maybe it's time for you to act. Look, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? Wayne Gretzky's dad taught us that for years. And if you are looking at changing your life, you always have to put the energy in, right? You always have to act. It's not like it's just going to come floating on by and then you're just going to grab it. You need to do some of the work. So it's time for you to get up and do whatever it is you need to do to get this new job, career. It's time for you to act because something is hanging in the balance. I feel like there is love here as well. Something that you love. It could be a job that you love, but it could be someone who's leaving your life as well. Take it as it resonates here. We do have the turtle, and the turtle says slowness and protection. So I want to say that although you should act slowly and thoughtfully. We have relocation and home. Possibly somebody here is going to buy a house or sell a house. And then we have the peacock, which says pregnancy and wealth. I'm not really sure why the peacock has anything to do with pregnancy, but we do have wealth here. And the peacock has been known to people will sometimes use that explaining someone who is like needing everyone to see me. It's like, that person's peacocking, right? Because the peacock will spread its fan, and it's sort of, everybody's like, wow, looks at the peacock, right? Somebody who's trying to get attention. But we do have pregnancy here as well. I'm not sure what that has to do with the whole thing, but maybe some of you are going to be having a baby. We'll leave that right where it is. All right, let's talk about it. Let's take the tarot and find out what's going on here. Tell me about Sagittarius, what's coming up here. Somebody here might be announcing a pregnancy. Yeah, Charlie just said it could be the announcement because the peacock, as it spreads its fan, gets all the attention, right? So it could be someone who is going to announce a pregnancy, and it could be you or it could be someone outside of you, of course. Tell me more about Sagittarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I am your Saggy sister, by the way. It's in my rising. Let's talk about Sagittarius here. Tell me about Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We do have the Hermit. Interesting energy here. So you are thinking. You're deep in thought, trying to find your light here. I think you're trying to find answers through healing. And because the star is here, right? The star, card number 17, is in the hand of the Hermit. So most people will go into hermit mode after there's been a really big life change or some sort of a catastrophic life change. I'm looking at the star because the star is card 17 and the tower is 16. It's possible that you could be in hermit mode because of something catastrophic that happened in your life, and it's time to gain some wisdom here. It's time to think it out, think about it, figure it out, get some support from your team, I'm going to say, your angel team, whoever that is for you, whether it's your God or whether you're into meditation. We have the World card, so something did end here. We do have the, what's ending is the wait. It's the end of the waiting here. Feels like you're about to step through a new portal here, Sag. I want to say you're about to step through a new portal, but I want to say that you're in hermit mode right now, and it's going to come sneaking up behind you. I don't think you're expecting it. I think that you're very focused on you, very focused on going over the details of something. It does feel like you have come out of a place of that something happened that you weren't expecting and maybe it hurt you. I feel like you're healing in hermit mode, gaining some wisdom. Look, there's love here and someone leaving your life. You could have had a breakup for sure. Tell me more, please. We've got Virgo energy here. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy here. All of the fixed signs on the World card. And then we do have the Knight of Pentacles here. And that's a long wait. It's a long time waiting. We're going slowly, but it feels like that this is like it's the end of the waiting about something here. We do have the Nine of Cups. Thinking about ways to try and be happy. I feel like you are opening yourself up to the universe and saying, I will take whatever comes. You can see somebody's got their arms wide open here, and somebody is ready for happiness. I'm tired of being sad. I'm tired of going through towers. I'm just tired. It's time for happiness to come here. There you are. That is Sagittarius energy. We do have the Queen of Wands that shows up. And I feel like it's you that is experiencing an ending. Something is changing here. Something is transforming or ending possibly. But the Queen of Wands can handle it, right? You can handle it because the Queen of Wands sits on the throne. Why? Because everything that came to kill her made her stronger. I say she, because there is a woman on the card, but please don't get confused by that this queen also has masculine energy. We all do, people, plants, animals, right? We all do in order to balance. That's how the universe is balanced, through masculine and feminine energies. And so I feel that there is something that you have put a close to. Someone may have left your life. The chair is empty. Someone may have left your life, and it's time for you to close the door and be happy. Go on your own path. Find what it is that you want here. We do have the Magician. Look, everything is going your way. When the Magician shows up, it's because of the magic, and you do have like the resources, the skills. You have the determination to make something happen. And the the Queen of Wands is definitely determined for sure, and is very independent. Right? Is doing it on their own by themselves. They know that they can. They have a path to go on, and that's what they're doing. This queen is the one who's coloring outside the lines. I don't really care what you think about me. I'm just going to be me. I'm going to be authentic. I'm going to use my tools, and I'm going to move forward here. So I want to say that is the end of the waiting of something here. We do have the Five of Swords in the reverse, which tells me that somebody doesn't want to fight anymore. It also tells me that after a period of maybe silence or isolation or alienation, that we're reconnecting again. We're reconnecting to someone to see if we can communicate in a different way. We do have the Six of Wands, which tells me that somebody wants to have the victory in reconnecting to someone. I want to say that you're almost across the finish line. And if there is somebody here that you really do want to speak with, I feel like you're going to get a chance in the future here. We do have Virgo energy here, as I said. We also have Aries. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy here. Virgo here. It feels like it is the end of something, but first let's talk about this Hermit. The Hermit energy and the Nine of Cups. It makes me feel as though you're finding answers, I want to say, as you are in Hermit mode, looking through the different points of view. Not of view, but of you. Looking through, going over the details of you. Tell me more about this Nine of Cups, please. Tell me about how Sagittarius sees the Nine of Cups after being in Hermit mode. We do have the Seven of Cups. Confusion, feeling overwhelmed about something. We do have the King of Pentacles, possibly finances. Somebody here could be trying to work out their financials, but the King of Pentacles is someone who has stability, right? This is someone who has stability and who has taken all the very slow, painstaking ways to get it. So I'm going to say that maybe your pentacles are building slowly. I feel like you will have in the week ahead, you will notice that more money is coming in that is going out. Of course, that partly is you, right? You need to stop spending money in order to have more come in than go out. But I want to say that you have some sort of a stability. You go from feeling overwhelmed or confused about the finances and you get some stability there. I feel like it's because you've hunkered down and you're going over some details about how can I be happier? What is it? I feel like you're looking at what is it that's making me crazy? What is it that's making me unhappy? And I feel like what's making you unhappy is feeling unstable. I think that you love the stability of the King of Pentacles. We do have the Lovers as well. So I feel like it is a choice, right? Getting your finances in order is a choice. And we have, all of us have different economic situations. And for a lot of people, it can be a place where you feel like you can't get out of. And I get it. I feel like what you need is to go over it either by yourself or with someone. Hermit mode is a place where you go by yourself, though, and you try and figure out the ways that you want to be happy. That's what the Nine of Cups is saying. For some of you, this Lovers could actually be that you're in Hermit mode, and one of the things that you're thinking about is when am I going to find my person? Like there's got to be a person out there for me. When am I going to find stability? When am I going to be able to settle down into a relationship? I feel like you want to be happy, but I feel like you're confused or overwhelmed emotionally, not only about the finances, but possibly about settling down with someone who you have a really deep connection to. Because it feels like somebody's left your life, and it could be someone who you were in love with. Tell me about the Queen of Wands, please. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. We do have the Two of Swords. Okay, so you're blocking yourself. You're like, I don't want to be hurt anymore. So for some of you, you could be having someone leave your life in the week ahead, maybe a love connection. Someone is leaving your life. Right now, you could be in this energy of this situation hanging in the balance. You know what? I feel like you're in Hermit mode because you're trying to make a decision about the Lovers. Are you better off alone? Do you have more stability with someone in your life? Or do you have more stability without someone in your life? It feels like something is hanging in the balance here, and that someone is about to leave here. It says someone is leaving your life. So I don't know if you're about to let them go, but it feels like you're kind of in this energy of, I just don't want to be hurt anymore. It feels like you are trying to feel the feels. I don't want to look at this situation anymore. It feels like maybe you've blocked somebody. Maybe you're blocking love. I've got the World card here. The World card is indicating that there is some sort of a cycle that's coming to an end for you. It's a milestone or an achievement. Something's coming full circle, but the World could also mean that you're slamming the door closed on something here. And I want to say that you're blocking love. Maybe someone is leaving your life and you're like, you know what, Elsie, I'm done with it. I'm done with appeasing people. I think I just want to stay single for a while. It does feel like that kind of energy, that I'm closing the door on the Ace of Cups. They can just keep their cup. I'm tired of being hurt. Hang on. Tired of waiting. No more waiting. You're closing the door on waiting for love. That's what it is here. That you're tired of having to protect yourself. You are the queen, but I feel like you're tired of having to protect yourself from love situations that don't work. It feels like it always keeps you waiting. I feel like you're no longer waiting. I feel like you're now moving forward. That's what the queen would do, right? The Queen of Wands moves forward to whatever she wants. And you're going out there on your own path to do your own thing as an independent person, feminine or masculine, because I think you're tired of waiting for someone to make a decision about you. Something's happening here. Something magical is happening with the Knight of Pentacles. What is this? We've got the Nine of Wands. We've got the Two of Cups. Interesting. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this, I feel like you're tired of waiting, which is interesting because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. And then we also have the Seven of Pentacles, which is it really worth it? Is the wait really worth it? Is it really worth it to wait for love? It feels like you are exhausted. I want to say that you are exhausted and you're tired of getting hurt. So I feel like you hold the one wand that you add to the nine, you drop those burdens, and it's time to go out there and do something that you want to do. It's time to take action, maybe travel. It's time to get some sort of a victory in your life, because I feel like I am connecting to someone who's been waiting for someone to contact them, waiting for a lover to show up, waiting for financial stability. Like this whole thing feels like you've been waiting. So I want to say that there is something magical that feels like it's arriving here. And I want to say it's at the point where you just decide, look, I'm done with it. And that's usually when the manifestation will show up, y'all. When you're like, I'm done with it. I'm putting my back to it. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm not even going to think about it. I'm just going to go on with my life here. But I feel like something's sneaking up on you. Even though you're kind of yelling at the universe and saying, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of being treated this way. Don't forget, I feel like there's some sort of a reconnection coming here. You've been waiting for someone to reconnect to you. We have the Chariot. It was on the bottom of the deck and now it comes out here. We have the Chariot and we have Justice. So you need to have your own justice. You need to stop waiting. You need to stop waiting for people to call you, people to ask you out. I feel like the Queen wouldn't do that. The Queen of Wands wouldn't do that. She would go out and get what she wants. It's time for you to start giving other people the invitation. It's time for you to contact your friends and say, hey, should we go traveling? It feels like it's something that you've been waiting for. It's almost like you're not giving up your power, but it almost feels like you were ready to give up your power until you remembered who the hell you were. You're the Queen of Wands and you have the Ace in your hand. You are the master manifester. And with the Nine of Wands here, I feel like you are like, you know what I'm manifesting now is just to drop my burdens in love. I don't know that it's even worth the wait anymore. I'm not really sure if it's even worth the wait anymore. So I feel like you're going to stop waiting. The Chariot tells me that you're moving ahead and that there is justice here. I want to know about the World card and the Knight of Pentacles here. We've got the Four of Swords. We've got the Three of Cups. Yep, there it is. There it is. I just said it, right? You got to start calling out your friends and saying, look, we got to do some things. This is one life. We have to go live our one life. It's time for us to go and travel or at least have some fun. I feel like after you heal from whatever it is that you've been waiting for, whether it's a situation or a person or a lover or whatever it is, I feel like you go into hermit mode and you realize that in hermit mode you've healed. And you stop waiting. You stop waiting and you start creating. I feel like this is telling me that you have like a couple of besties, or that you have a friend group, or it feels like you're charging in on this happiness celebration. It's time for you to get up here and do something. No more living in this Five of Cups here. No more living in this sadness and feeling stuck here. The Star is here. Your wish fulfillment is here. And I feel like it's also healing. Look, the High Priestess is sneaking out from behind here. I want to say that you already know what you know. You could have a Piscean connection here, or maybe an Aquarius connection. We do have more Pisces energy here. I feel like it's time for you to stop being sad about what you aren't getting and start focusing on what you already have and exploring that. So I feel like that's what the Three of Wands is telling me. It's time for you to go out there, expand your life. It's time to explore. Stop waiting for people to to reconnect to you. It's time for you to reconnect to other people. And I think you will have the victory. Look, I feel like you have people that you have history with. And it's time for you guys to get out there and travel, or whatever the chariot is, get some sort of a victory here with these people that really do care about you, that really do love you. We have the 7 of Cups. You see here, it's like you're like, no, you know what? I don't need the five cups. I don't need it. I don't need it. Like, it feels like somebody here's got the 2 cups in hand, and you're like, no, I don't know. I might get hurt. I'm just going to go out there and have some fun, excitement, create a new path of fire, run at the thing that I want. I feel like this is finally the time, Sagittarius, where you're putting all of the things that you've been waiting for behind you, and it's time for you to move forward. And it's time for you to reconnect to some happiness and celebration and some friends. That's what it is. So I feel like that's what's coming up for you in the week ahead, my friends. Of course, we do have Easter coming up, right, at the end of the month, and this energy is for the last week of March. So you could be getting together with people for celebrating Easter or something like that. It could very well be. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for coming here. I am gone for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Bye-bye.